Very good morning, everyone. And first of all, my apologies as I could not join physically today due to the flight issue. And my speech will be focusing on role of R&D in energy and petrochemicals and oil to chemicals, and in making India Atmanirbhar. Like we are chasing two important goals. Am I audible? Yeah. So we are chasing two important goals given by our Honorable Prime Minister. One is net zero by 2070, and the second one is Atmanirbhar Bharat by 2047. But parallelly, there is a trilemma which is going on across the industry, that energy security, then affordability and sustainability. We have to keep all these three aspects in mind. As far as India's energy growth is concerned, so our energy demand is going to go up from 824 MTOE million tons of oil equivalent to 1718 million MTOE. So there will be a big growth in by 2047. It will be roughly double. As far as India's energy scenario is concerned, already told by earlier speakers also that we are the third biggest energy consumer, and energy demand still being met by import of coal, oil, and gas. See, we are currently at 256, as told by Mr. Prashant also, 256 MMTP of refining, and we are going to go up to 310 by 2030, and then after that there is a lot of confusion that where it will go ultimately, because nobody is coming out with their announcement of any new refining capacities after that. So gas, again, we are net importer. Oil we import about 88%, gas we import about 50%. Then even we import coal also, because our coal is not that good, and still we import about 20% coal, 25% coal. And and we are the fourth biggest solar and wind capacity we have in the country. As far as net zero is concerned, and Indian Oil has announced 2046, and Mr. Ghoshal also told that most of the companies are focusing on scope 1 and scope 2, and ultimately our goal is to cover all the scope 3 also by 2070. So how this will be achieved? So there are, I have listed down 9 levers which will be helping us in achieving this net zero goal. First, of course, is the renewable energy. Then the one thing which is going to play a critical role, and it is said that about 40 to 50% of the net zero goals can be achieved by energy efficiency itself. So a lot of focus is there across the industry, and even Indian Oil has taken a lot of initiatives in this direction. Then electric vehicles, fuel switch from CNG, CBG, hydrogen, biofuels, CCUS, then natural climate solution, of course, the trees and other things. And then one important aspect is policy finance, like carbon market and other things. Digitalization and innovation will also play a critical role. And finally, circular economy will also be coming in picture. Uh, we import natural gas, as you know, but a lot of push is there from the government side that CBG, we have to focus on CBG. Satat program was launched. 5,000 plants were to come, but the pace is not that good, but still we are going ahead, and now the pace is picking up, I will say. And Indian Oil has already announced that we'll be coming up, and we have 3 plants operating right now, and we will be coming up with 30 more plants in the next 1 or 2 years. So that way, there is a lot of pushes there, and because ultimately we have to have gas about 15% in the energy mix, and biofuels, as you know, that ethanol we are currently blending about 18%. We have to go beyond that also. There is a committee which is working on ethanol utilization in the gasoline beyond 20%, and there will be a flex fuel vehicle coming up in the picture also in the coming days, where we can go up to E85 also in the vehicles. And actually, biofuels, I would like to mention here that ethanol is going to take the center stage in the coming days, because ethanol is going to be used in the gasoline. Then there are talks about using ethanol with the diesel. Then there are processes which are being talked about, like because aviation fuel is going to grow in the coming days, and the aviation fuel, there is a mandate which is coming up from the Corsia side that we have to blend at least 1%, 2%, and 5% in the coming years by 2030. So SAF is also going to be produced. There are two different pathways. One is from the used cooking oil, on which we are working at Indian Oil already, and there is one is through alcohol route, alcohol to jet. So alcohol is going to take a center stage in the coming days. That is what I feel. And again, coming to green hydrogen, as also said that we would have wanted it to be like through blue or grey route of hydrogen, but somehow the mandate which has come is 5 million metric tons of green hydrogen to be produced. This is a big ask, I will say, but again there is a good push from the government side, and because 19,000 crores have been given by the government, and there are a lot of push on the electrolyzer manufacturing, on the manufacturing of the various components in the country, and there will be subsidy on the hydrogen production. Producer will also get some subsidy of 50 rupees, 40 rupees, and 30 rupees in the staggering manner from the next year onwards. Indian Oil has already taken some initiative. We have already ordered the first plant of 10,000 tons per annum of green hydrogen. As I told you, we would have wanted it to be grey because we are the largest producer of grey hydrogen in the country. Just wanted to mention here that though start with it is for the captive use, but slowly it will go to the transport sector, but that will take time because the main challenge comes is once the hydrogen has to be transported from one location to another location. And I can mention here that we at Indian Oil produce hydrogen, grey hydrogen at 150 rupees a kg. But once it comes to our labs in R&D, because we know that we are buying hydrogen in the R&D center also, so it goes up to 800 to 900 rupees per kg. So that's a big chunk. But somehow in the current tender which we have floated for the green hydrogen, it is quite good. The price which has come is 397 rupees, and that price is very good. And I think the way things are moving, I think we will be successful in achieving 5 million metric tons in the coming days. Biofuels, I covered that ethanol, we are already blending up to 20%, then flex fuel vehicle is coming, then CBG, SAF, and then biohydrogen. One important thing which I wanted to mention is that uh, though the green hydrogen is coming from the electrolyzer pathway currently, but there is one pathway. There are other two pathways I will say here. One is from the biomass gasification. We have developed a process with ISC Bangalore, and we are now getting a good results in this is the oxygasification of biomass, and we are also going to basically for the scale up of this process, and we are putting up one plant in one of the refineries through biomass gasification. We are also working on CBG reforming to hydrogen, because this ultimately can also be a green pathway for hydrogen production. We are already running 15 buses of hydrogen in the city of in Delhi NCR, and these fuel cell buses have been developed along with Tata Motors, and we have a comprehensive network like dispensing stations and everything. We store the hydrogen at 500 bar and we dispense at 350 bars. Now coming to the crude oil to chemicals, which will be a major disruptor in the coming days, and because the focus is now shifting to petrochemical side also, because there will be a plateau of refining like the products for the like gasoline and diesel in the coming days. ATF is going to go up in the coming days, but ultimately the diesel and gasoline may plateau after some time. So we have to look for some other option from crude oil to chemicals. And refinery and petrochemical integration is becoming again a buzzword now, I will say. And current PII petroleum intensity index is 8.7, and which is targeted for 50% by 2050. And India is emerging as a petrochemical hub in the future. Again, as far as refinery and petrochemical integration is concerned, we have to need to move up to the up on the pyramid to go for the COTC. We are like putting up the crackers and everything. So ultimately, we have to see that refinery plus steam cracker paraxylene complex. So these things can come in picture. IOCL targets to increase its petroleum intensity index from 6.1 to 15% by 2030. As far as Indian Oil is concerned, so at Indian Oil we have developed various technologies which are there, like we have the premier technology, flagship technology, I will say Indimex, which is a technology which gives VGO resid to high yield of ethylene and propylene. We get up to 17% propylene, and we are also getting 5 to 6% of ethylene in this. Then we have developed a new process which we are planning to install. Again, this is called Indalene process, which converts olefinic naphtha, kerosene and diesel to C2 and C3. And we have indirect process, which is from vacuum residue to value-added distillates. And again, there is a technology from LCO to aromatics. Then we have mild hydrocracking from for distillate to petrochemical feedstock. So we are working on various facets of technology for going up to the petrochemical feedstocks and chemicals. We have a complete, I can say, the indigenous technology bouquet where we can go up to 50, more than 50% weight, like chemical conversion of crude to chemicals. So this already we have that configuration available, and we are trying to implement some of these things in our refineries also, and this is available for marketing also. And specialty chemicals, well, as you know that India's overall chemical market is estimated to be around 300 billion by 2027, and which is going to go up to 1000 billion by 2040. So there's a lot of focus on the specialty chemicals. We are also working on specialty chemicals, various specialty chemicals and Indian oil. We have started working because we see that ultimately we have to diversify in these areas also. Uh, as far as integration is concerned, that you know that we are going to be the largest petrochemicals producer once our this Paradeep refinery cracker and other things comes up. And right now we have Panipat naphtha cracker, and so once this Paradeep in petrochemical comes up, and we have all this value addition processes available in that. So this we will be the largest producer of petrochemicals in the country, maybe in next 2 to 3 years. Uh, at Indian Oil, we have various products. As you know, that we have various petrochemicals products launched under the Propel brand, polymers, then PTA, glycols, and lab and butadiene. So we are producing all these products from the refinery. So we started petrochemical journey started from 2004, and now, as you know, that we are going to be the largest producers of petrochemicals in next 2 years. We have MEG, we have everything. So we are focusing on all the petrochemical aspects. Uh, and major coming capacities we have like butyl acrylate, we have 153 KTA which is coming up, PX PTA about 1200 KTA, then PP unit we are coming up at three of the refineries, and then polybutadiene rubber we are also working to, we are going to have a plant. And as far as research is concerned in the petrochemical side, as you know that we are working on 5 platforms, I can say here. First is the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. We have already developed our indigenous Ziegler-Natta catalyst. This is the first time, and I think in the country which has been produced, and there were limited players. Now we have done the trial also, and we are getting very good mileage from this catalyst, and we are going to replace the complete catalyst in the coming days. Then DRA, I think one of the very great success, I will say. DRA now we are all importing DRA, and now it is all indigenous DRA now. So everything is being now supplied by Indian Oil, this DRA. And there are new grade development, post-reactor modifications we are doing. Then we are also working on the additive side and petrochemical processes and catalysts like LAO, waste plastic pyrolysis, and polyisoprene and DPR we are working on. So DRA, as I told you, this is a molecular weight of more than 20 million Daltons, and so this has increased the throughput of the pipelines, and this is a very successful product, I can say, and patented and successful product, and as we have already captured the total market for this DRA now. Plastic neutrality, we have a brand called Cycloplast, brand of polymers recyclates. One is Cycloplast, then we have RHDP, then we have RPP also, and we are working on there are little challenges also in this, like pricing, consistent quality is an issue there, and availability of required color, supply chain and management. I think to conclude with plateauing fuel demand and robust project growth, petrochemicals are the future of this sustainability. And Indian Oil has a pivotal role in the area of renewable energy, and while continuing its footprint in the conventional fuels also. And we are working on various facets, as I can tell you that be it refining, be it hydrogen, be it petrochemicals, plastic neutrality, specialty chemicals, we are there now. And future of energy, Indian energy, chemical and petrochemicals is bright, but it must also be smart, sustainable and self-reliant. At Indian Oil, we are not just preparing for growth, we are shaping it. And I can say that with innovation in our DNA, a deep-rooted commitment to sustainability, and a collaborative spirit, we are confident of enabling India to emerge a global powerhouse in next generation chemicals. And let us together seize the opportunity to transform challenge into breakthroughs and ambitions into achievements and to achieve Viksit Bharat status by 2047. Thank you very much.